Good morning, children. How are you? So, I hope you all are doing well and be in your home and be safe, okay? So, in our previous English class, we have seen the notes from my early days with the chimpanzees lesson, is it? Do you remember that? Do you remember the lesson, My Early Days with the Chimpanzees, written by Jane Goodall? Okay, so we have completed that lessons and we are seeing the notes, is it? So we have seen synonyms, antonyms, verb form and frame sentence, is it? So have you studied this? Have you written in your notebook? Okay, so study properly, okay? So you have 5 synonyms, 5 antonyms, 5 verb form and 1 frame sentence, is it? So this much we have seen. Am I right? Okay. So today we are going to see the remaining thing, the question answers, okay? So you have 3 question answers in this lesson. Okay, so today we are going to read that question answers and listen clearly. After that, we can move to another one lesson. Okay, so listen carefully. I think that you might have written the question answers also in your booklet. Is it? So now you can take your booklet and open the page in which you have written the question answers. Okay, so that it will be very easy for you to listen while I am reading that. Okay, now you can take your booklet and take the page in which you have written the answer the following of the chimpanzees lesson. Okay, so shall we start that? Okay, listen carefully. I will read for you each line by line and listen carefully. Okay, so if you have written any mistakes there, now you can correct it. Okay, by listening to this video itself, you can correct the mistakes. Okay, so I already have told you have 3 question answers, and the first one is, why did Jane observe the chimpanzees from far initially? Okay, why did Jane observe the chimpanzees from far initially? So have you understood the question? Why did Jane observe the chimpanzees from far initially? Okay. Answer is, Jane initially observed the chimpanzees from far because she knew they would run away if she went closer. Jane initially observed the chimpanzees from far because she knew they would run away if she went closer. Okay, are you clear? Once again I am reading, listen. Jane initially observed the chimpanzees from far because she knew they would run away if she went closer. Okay. So the first question, why Jane is observing the chimpanzees from far? Okay, so answer is, if she thinks that if she when goes near the chimpanzees, they will run away. Okay, so at the beginning she was standing in a distance and she was watching this chimpanzees. Okay, so the second question is, how were the chimpanzees different from the baboons? How were the chimpanzees different from the baboons? Okay, the chimpanzees wandered in small groups of 6 or less, but the baboons roamed in big troops. Okay, the chimpanzees wandered in small groups of 6 or less, but the baboons roamed in big troops. Okay, have you understood? Okay, I am reading it once again. Listen carefully. How were the chimpanzees different from the baboons? The chimpanzees wandered in small groups of 6 or less, but the baboons roamed in big troops. Okay, so in this question, the difference between the chimpanzees and baboons are asked. So the difference is the chimpanzees, they roam in small groups, okay? Their groups contain only 6 chimpanzees or less than 6 chimpanzees, okay? But the baboons always they roam in big groups, okay? So the next one, the third question. What did Jane learn about chimpanzees' food habits? What did Jane learn about chimpanzees' food habits? Jane learned that chimpanzees mostly ate fruits. They also ate many kinds of leaves, blossoms, seeds, stems, variety of insects and meat. Jane learned that chimpanzees mostly ate fruits. They also ate many kinds of leaves, blossoms, seeds, stems, variety of insects and meat. Okay, once again I am reading it. What did Jane learn about chimpanzees' food habits? Jane learned that chimpanzees mostly ate fruits. They also ate many kinds of leaves, blossoms, seeds, stems, variety of insects and meat. Okay. So in this question it is asked, what did Jane learn about the food habits of chimpanzees? Okay. So the food habits of chimpanzees is asked in this question. The answer is the chimpanzees, they mostly eat fruits and also they eat many kinds of leaves, blossoms, seeds, stems and many varieties of insects, and also they will hunt and kill animals and they will eat the meat of that animal. Okay. So have you understood this? The 3 questions I have read this and your work is to study. Okay. So study this properly without any mistake. Okay. And while reading itself, I think that you have checked with your booklet whether you have written right or wrong. Okay. So study it properly today itself. Okay. Don't postpone for tomorrow. Study it today itself. Okay. So this is your second lesson. So we have completed your second lesson, my early days with the chimpanzees. Okay, so shall we move to the next one? The third, a new lesson. Okay, so now you can take your adventures with grammar and composition book. Okay, we are going to study a new topic from this grammar book. Okay, so from your grammar book today we are going to see a new topic. Okay, so are you ready to learn your grammar? Okay, so today we are going to learn this. Okay, so already in from your grammar book you have learned about nouns, is it? The first lesson is about parts of speech and the second lesson is about nouns. Is it? You have learned that, and also you have learned some types of nouns also. Is it? So do you remember that? Do you remember the types of nouns? The countable, uncountable nouns, then common noun, proper noun, and the things nouns, number, everything we have learned. Is it? Gender. So do you remember that? Okay, so today we are going to learn a type of noun only. Okay, so that is nouns possession. Okay, the topic is nouns possession, and this is your third lesson in your grammar book. Okay, a small topic only, a small topic, and this is not very hard. Okay, this is very easy one. It's not a difficult topic. This is a easy topic. Okay, so if you are listening itself, you can understand what is this. I think you might have studied it in your previous grades and all. So listen it carefully and you can understand from this video itself. Okay, so this is nouns possession. Okay, so possessive noun. Okay, we are going to see about possessive noun. So possessive noun means, possessive means possessing something, the owner. Okay, the thing which we have. Okay, possessing something. See, some examples are given here. Man's hat. The hat is that man's, is it? He is the owner of that hat. So man's hat. Okay, so possessive noun means the thing that is owned by the noun. Noun means a person's name or a animal's name. We know that, is it? Noun is a naming word. Am I right? So see here, man's hat, ginger's hoop, bear's ear, bird's beak. So these all possessive nouns example. Okay, the thing that is owned by some person or some animal or something else. Okay, so the ownership is called as possession. Okay, so have you understood this? What is possessive noun? The ownership. For example, if you are having a box, what you will say? It's my box. Is it? Because you are the owner of that box. Am I right? The box is a noun. Is it? So, my box. Your name apostrophe S box. Okay, that is the ownership. Okay, the thing that you possess, that you own. Okay, have you understood what is possessive noun? Okay, so the possessive noun can be used to talk about ownership and also relationship. Okay, ownership already have told you. For example, the cat's toy. The cat apostrophe S toy. The cat's toy. Okay, so these comes under ownership. And relationship means what we can say? Morgan's aunt, the king's men. So these all relationship, is it? It is not the ownership. For example, my aunt is not my ownership, is it? I am not the owner of my aunt. Am I right? She is my relation. So relationship. My aunt. Okay. The king's men. King apostrophe S men. Okay. So this comes under relationship. Okay. So see here. This is Joy's pencil. Okay. Joy's pencil is ownership. Okay. Joy. He is a person. Am I right? So his pencil is that. Okay. Joy apostrophe S pencil. Okay. Joy's pencil is the ownership. So have you understood what is ownership and relationship? So this possessive noun can be used to talk about ownership and also relationship. Okay, and mainly in possessive noun we will add apostrophe and also S to the noun, is it? So the possessive noun is formed by adding apostrophe and S to the noun. Okay, see here, Joy's pencil. Here apostrophe is also added, S is also added. Okay, so by adding apostrophe and also S, we can form a possessive noun. Okay, so now we can see the next thing. So see, this is the example for the possessive noun. Sorry, this is the example for the singular noun and people's name in a possessive case. Okay, so we have some rules for forming the possessive noun. Okay, so we have some rules for forming the possessive noun. It is not a rule, we can't say it is a rule, but we have some orders to form a possessive noun. Okay, because we are adding apostrophe and also S to that, is it? So we have some rules to form a possessive noun, and the first one is adding S after singular noun and also people's name. Okay, first one is adding apostrophe S after singular noun and also people's name. First itself I have told you that possessive noun is formed by adding apostrophe and also S to the noun, is it? So the first one is adding S and apostrophe, adding apostrophe S after singular noun and also people's name. Okay, just be careful, after singular noun, the noun should be singular. If so, we can add apostrophe S to that, is it? Okay, the king's jug. King is a singular person, is it? He is one king, a king. Am I right? Ria, she is a one person. Am I right? So after a singular noun, we can add apostrophe S. Okay, king apostrophe S, jug. Ria apostrophe S friend. Okay, the king's Jack and Ria's friend. Okay, have you understood the first one? And the second one is we add apostrophe after people's name that ends in S. Okay, so if a person's name is ending with the letter S, means we will add apostrophe after the name. Okay, we won't add apostrophe S, we will add just the apostrophe after the name. Okay, see here, Charles Gift, Charles Gift, and see the difference here, Charles Gift, Shreya's film. So Charles, yes is there, is it? So the name Charles has been ended with the letter S. So what we want to do? We want to put just an apostrophe after the name. Okay, we no need to add any S to that. We want to add just an apostrophe after the name. Okay, so Charles Gift and Shreya. Shreya, A is the last letter, is it? So what we will do? We will add apostrophe S to that. Okay, have you understood the difference between these two? Charles, the name Charles is ended with the letter S. So we are adding only apostrophe after the name. And Shreya, in this, the name is end with the letter A. So we are adding apostrophe S. Okay, so the second one is that we want to add apostrophe after the people's name that ends in S. Okay, and the first one, do you remember what is that? We want to add apostrophe S after the singular noun and also the people's name. Okay, and second one is we want to add only the apostrophe after people's name that ends in S. Okay, and the third one is we want to add apostrophe after the plural nouns that end in S. Okay, so listen here, after the plural noun that ends in S. If a plural noun is ending in S, means we want to add apostrophe after that noun. Okay, so see here, boys hostel, girls cricket team, boys, it's a plural noun, is it? Boy is a singular, boys are plural, am I right? Girl is singular, girls are plural. So the spelling itself is B-O-Y-S for plural noun, am I right? So we want to add just an apostrophe after the name. Okay, so boys hostel. Have you understood? Here we want to add just an apostrophe after the plural noun. Okay, so the first one is we want to add apostrophe S after singular noun and also people's name. And the second one is we want to add only apostrophe after the people's name that end in S. And the third one is we want to add only apostrophe after plural noun that ends in S. Okay, so the fourth one is we want to add apostrophe S after the plural noun that do not end in S. Before this, the third one, we have seen that we want to add only apostrophe after the plural noun that end in S. Okay, so see the difference here, the plural noun that end in S. Okay, if the plural noun is ending in S, means we want to add only apostrophe, and if the plural noun it's not ending in S, means we want to add apostrophe S. Okay, so men is a plural, is it? Men. So will we say men's? No, is it? Men is the plural for man. So that we want to add apostrophe S. Okay, men's trouser, women's magazine. Okay, have you understood that? Women also, it's the plural form and it is not ending with S. So we want to put apostrophe S to that. Okay, have you understood this? Okay, see here, the plural noun for women, women's, doctors. Have you seen the difference here? The plural noun is women. Am I right? So we are putting apostrophe S because the last letter is not S. Okay, so doctors is the plural. So here the last letter is S. So we are putting only the apostrophe. Okay, have you understood this? Okay, so we have seen about the possessive noun, is it? Nouns, possession. So the ownership. Possessive means the ownership, is it? And in this we have seen that the possessive noun, it can be used to talk about the ownership and also relationship. And also we have seen how to form the possessive noun, is it? The first one is, we want to add apostrophe s after singular noun and also singular people's name. And the second one is, we want to add only apostrophe after people's name that ends in s. And the third one is same like that only. We want to add only apostrophe after plural nouns that end in s. And the fourth one is, we want to add apostrophe s after plural nouns that do not end in s. Okay, so have you understood this possessive noun? Okay students, thank you.